Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Otto, and today we're going to be talking about Blessed Unleashed. It's a game I've recently started playing, and I'm personally having a blast with it. Now, there are a few things I was a little oblivious to initially playing the game, or some things I wish I would have known starting from the start, and that's the purpose of today's video. So, without further ado, let's dive in and get this thing rolling. All right, for the first tip, I recommend trying out each class and playing through the tutorial. There's two different reasons for this. The main reason is to figure out what class you enjoy playing the most. This is going to give you a slight idea of how this character is going to play, as you're going to have skills unlocked that you wouldn't have from the start. The second reason is that once you hit level 2, there is a waiting period before you can delete that character. If you play a character and do not enjoy it, well, you're stuck with that character and you only get 3 character slots. So, I highly recommend trying out each class, seeing which one you like, and deleting them before you pass level 2. For the second tip, we're going to talk about mounts. Initially, after a couple quests, you're going to run into your first mount merchant, and you're going to be able to buy a brown horse for 1,000 gold. That's fairly cheap, as gold is not hard to come by in this game. And, well, you're thinking, hey, I'm doing pretty darn good. Well, I made this mistake. The brown horse, you see that horseshoe below it? You only get 1 boost. You can claim this free guy here and get 2 boosts. For the third tip, I highly recommend collecting every single chest that you come across on the open map. Inventory is a huge issue in this game from the start, and it's highly recommended to collect every chest that you can get. You can turn those in for bag slots once you get a certain amount of bag fragments. You can also purchase bags on the marketplace. They are a little pricey, so that's something I would probably recommend working on later in the game once you've been able to acquire a good amount of star seeds. For tip number 4, this is only for PC players, unfortunately, but if you link your Steam account to Blessed Unleashed, you'll get 7 days of premium benefits, which includes some bonus XP while you're killing, and 50 bag slots, which is extremely helpful early on. Now, this is something I wish I knew day 1 for tip number 5, and that's exchanging your gold at the currency exchange every single day. Star seeds is the primary currency in the game, and I promise you, you don't need the gold. For number 6, I recommend salvaging items instead of selling them. Initially, I was thinking I needed the gold, but then I realized that star seeds were the primary currency and that gold's extremely easy to come by. And, well, what would be more beneficial than having useless gold? That would be having materials that you would need to upgrade your gear. You're going to get that from salvaging your items over at the pyre. As for tip number 7, we're going to talk about using the channel swap feature. I did not take advantage of this in the beginning. I'd run around the open world, I would do my own thing, killing stuff, I'd come across an open world boss, he wouldn't be spawned, so I would sit there twiddling my Twitter fingers until he would spawn. Well, you could save a lot of time by just simply opening your map and looking to see what channels are active. Green means active, so you just hit Z, you swap on over to that channel, and voila, you're in a active boss fight. All right, number 8. This is more of a courtesy tip than anything else, but there's a penalty system in Blessed Unleashed, and every time you die, that goes up a level. You start at level 1, and it ends at level 3. There's a very big difference in revive time between those levels, and I personally would recommend, once you hit level 3 penalty, if you're in the open world especially, to go ahead and reset at a pyre and then just come right on back and get back in the action. 9 times out of 10, there's one fairly close and you can get right back in without having to worry about losing your rewards. Moving into tip 9, this is something that a lot of you are probably going to be overwhelmed with when you first enter the game. You're going to have global chat and general chat all mixed in along with bots, and you're going to be very overwhelmed. You're like, what the heck? You can actually just pull up your chat and then hit O to edit tabs. You can create your own tab here, right? Personalized. You can filter in what different chats you want in that chat, or you can simply filter out the current default chats in the game. And for the final tip, probably the most important, leveling in Blessed Unleashed is going to be painful. It's going to be not so bad at first, but once you hit 30 especially, it's going to slow down a lot. So I personally would recommend doing all your side quests, including the story quests, and you also are going to have different union quests. There's 3 different unions total. I recommend doing everything, as you're going to get tons of rewards, experience, and skill experience from all of this. There's no cap to the amount of skill points you can get, but each skill does cap out at level 20. All right, well, that pretty much sums up our video today for beginners tips in Bless Unleashed. Hopefully something's helped you out. If it has, drop a comment down below. Let me know what helped you out today, as well as any experienced players watching this video. If you have any recommendations or tips that you would like to recommend to the rest of the community, please feel free to drop a comment down below. We would appreciate all the feedback. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.